What up? It's ObamaWeapon.com. I'm dealing with this Supreme Court thing again. See, I filed this lawsuit petition thing called a habeas corpus. I looked up the rules, by the way. Here's what this clerk said. He said I've actually filed a stupid writ of certiorari. I didn't. I filed a habeas corpus. And it says habeas corpus on all the other pages. And I followed the format rules as far as I know. Well, I looked up the Supreme Court rules on this, okay? As far as I could tell, the Rule 20 dictates this process. And that's not what's mentioned here. There's no mention of Rule 20. Because I know this guy. His name's Clayton Higgins. I've already said his name. He is an asshole clerk. You don't want him as your clerk. This guy has a funny attitude on the phone. He'll hang up on you. He won't return your calls. You'll leave him a voicemail and you'll never get a call back. You'll leave him 20 voicemails. He won't call you back. He harassed me in 2013 on a case like this. And he sent my petition back also with similar errors to this. I had included lower court opinions. I had, this is when I did a writ of certiorari. And I included all this information. They actually go through the petition they're supposed to. And this document's not supposed to mention anything that's not real. This whole thing is done right. It's got everything per the rules. And it did before. Oh yeah, it did before. Too, because, you know something? The one rule I didn't comply with the last time was serving copies. But then I found something out. It's a habeas corpus. You don't have to serve it on people. As far as I know, because the Rule 20.4b, it's mentioned in the Supreme Court's rules. It says it's an ex parte proceeding. And as far as I know, that means that I don't have to serve anybody. The court gets this packet here. They read it, and then they decide what to do there on their own without they're supposed to, then order, a response, because this is serious information here, right? So at which point I'm claiming, hey, government has me in custody illegally. They've tortured me, they've beat me up, they've raped me. The military has seized control of my body illegally using new methods of arrest and seizure and search and other crap without due process. I included a copy of one of my other attorneys talking about this. See, so this is good information. The justices, if they're not retarded as fuck, should be concerned about this here. There should be concern that the government is violating all the laws that are set forth. This clerk, though, has set me back because I sent this over a week ago. They got the thing. The entire week I'm sitting there, I'm checking the docket, it's not showing up. Here it is. It shows up on my door because the guy sent it back because he couldn't read this at all. I think he read it. I think because it's so obvious. I mean, I read the first page. It says habeas corpus, and I go back, and this is just a standard form to get the fees waived. That's only a $5 fee anyway. But here it is. Here's it says U.S. Supreme Court writ of habeas corpus. It clearly says what it is. The writ of habeas corpus, the motions for appointment of counsel, it's all there. It's listed out. So, this guy is an idiot. Just set me back. This is a 2-week delay. And I've already went through so much torture. This is a 2-week delay when it should be filed already. And it's not filed now. And now I gotta send it back, wait for it to get back there. It's already set up right. The rules clearly say that you don't need any of this because this is for another type of case. Rule 14, that's a writ of certiorari. Rule 14.1i, the lower court opinions must be appended. See, that's only required in a writ of certiorari. And I'm filing a very specific type of habeas corpus doesn't require that. No affidavit or declaration of service. And that's true because it's ex parte. Ex parte does not require that. It says in the rules for the habeas corpus in Rule 20. And it is impossible to determine the timeliness of the petition because it's a brand new petition, so there's no amount of timeliness involved. If you look up section 24 or 2241 USC 28, oh my God, it's perfectly timely. So what's he talking about? Please correct and resubmit as soon as possible. Oh, thank you. He just sent me a bunch of crap that can't be corrected because it's already right. The whole damn thing. Oh, man. And this petition is designed to help everyone, not just me. I mean, sure, I'm just the guy who's going there first. See, I'm going to get this submitted to protect everybody from this government electronic warfare system. See, that's what this is what this is about. U.S. Supreme Court. First, I'm not lying. Read through to completion. I am literally bringing to your face acts so outrageous that most man filled disbelief. Due to amazing technological capabilities involved. It's real, though, and not anything new. And cases have come before you alleging the same thing. But you turn them down for help, leaving government to continue on out of control. I am in custody, illegally trapped in a planetary electronic warfare system, being tortured with brain, nerve, and muscle tissue, continuously smashed and bombarded with radar and satellite electromagnetic frequencies. I am now suffering the diagnosis chronic traumatic encephalopathy from the repetitive injuries they've inflicted per my neurologist. See exhibits, Dr. Stephen Harrow, neurologist report. I am severely hurt from injuries inflicted over and over. My psychologist backed me up, especially Dr. Seth Farber, Ph.D. See exhibits for his letters to the courts. I attempt to explain why I am filing with the U.S. Supreme Court. It's because the lower courts have failed me, and because of the urgency of this issue and how serious it is. Because no court is capable of acting to correct these wrongs faster. And I know I have tried, and others have tried. You yourselves failed me once when I appealed one of these attempts to get help through a lower court when they dismissed it without hearing the case and without intervention. And you denied certiorari, leaving the military intelligence community to get me further without aid. I give you one last chance to change your ways and step up to fix your mistakes. Forgiveness requires your total action in granting me your full attention. You must save all the targets of this system because I'm not alone and I'm not sure any citizens besides the ones doing it would agree that the government should be doing this to people. The seriousness of these acts warrants you to intervene and order the government to stop its actions immediately on an emergency basis, and it will apparently take the U.S. Supreme Court to command them. Lower courts failed when given petitions. I filed this anew today in your court, complete with the first exhibit for your review. My Oregon State Court appointed attorney, Jay Pearson, has wrote the exhibit brief, explaining that I have stated a valid claim and that the petition warrants review. He describes me being in the custody of the United States government, being tortured and abused. Exhibit 1 attached, Jed Pearson, court brief in state courts. He believes and is arguing that the only requirement for having a habeas corpus hearing granted is stating a valid claim. And to this point, the government has not yet proven I didn't state a valid claim. But nonetheless, the lower courts dismissed the petition, and that's where he got involved on my appeal. Lower courts process needs to be changed to force the court to always review a petition's claim and force the government to answer with the proper investigation and due process. An attorney appointment must be guaranteed because of how serious the acts of the government is now undertaking. I risk death. In each day that passes, they do more harm, which is why I'm filing with you. Please read the entire petition thoroughly. It's the best I could do given my injuries at this point. My brain has been twisted up and memories and cognitive ability removed, limiting my ability to get help. But I have tried. The system is just so screwed up that getting help is impossible. Please appoint an attorney to represent me immediately so I can be protected and not forced to do what I may be incapable of with my injuries, which have drained me of energy. I cannot hardly move or talk and cannot keep up on this even if I try. Please don't allow the system to take advantage of me any further, I say. Also, issue some type of protection order for me so I can get help right away. The attorney can see me face to face to bring further important info to the courts to assist in an investigation of this. I bring forth new information on a government weapon and surveillance system installed in space, broken up into distributed satellites and on land and sea, and radar installations from the United States, creating a remote viewing platform with advanced imaging capability and assault capability, which many commonly know as electronic warfare, backed by DoD, CIA, US DOJ, USIS whistleblowers, which can harm any human with electromagnetic radiation or signals intelligence through the air wirelessly. Some call it building penetrating tomography or interferometry, fully patented too. The government is not just spying on us, they have built an entire countrywide multi-purpose surveillance plus weapon system to invade our minds and hit us with radiation. The mind has no firewall. It says here, reference to a military document describing the vulnerabilities of humans in electronic warfare, electronic attack, and susceptible to these attacks, and the body is as well. Think about a whole planet radar scanner, kind of like an fMRI scanner, but way bigger and much higher resolution, working outside on the whole world. That works on buildings, mountains, oceans, cars, people, brains, and homes, and from satellites and over-the-horizon radar installations. This last type uses the sky from the ground like a huge mirror in our cities and places of play, and commerce, bouncing signals off the sky into people in their homes. The signals from the imaging platforms focus into your space occupied by your body and brain to assault you with high intensities and many functions. They target and track you automatically so you cannot escape anywhere you go. Anyway, that's the basis of it. I just submitted this bitch to the Supreme Court of the United States. Okay, and then I go into whistleblower Dr. Robert Duncan stuff down here. And I talk about the Fifth Amendment violation, Fourth Amendment violation, Eighth Amendment, First Amendment. And I even mention NSA and where I got targeted and lower. I got it all right there. As far as I know, this petition cannot be improved without an attorney. And I'm beat up so good that I can't write anymore. I don't have to write anymore. This is the government fucking raping me and hitting people. Okay? So, the government's fucking us up. Why am I the one with the burden to prove this shit? Why am I the one that has to fucking write all this shit up and fix it all when the government's the fucking one out of control doing all this shit? And I've already done it. I complied. Every one of these rules is not one of the rules. So why isn't this filed and being taken care of now? How come none of my previous petitions were listened to? Oh, well, I know the judges are just protecting their own. You know what I'm saying? They're protecting the sheriffs, the marshals, the FBI, all these stupid fuckers using this system on people. Just like this is the NSA thing. This is like X-key score. This is like upstream fiber splits. This is satellites. Okay, this is all these same people that have access to it and that parallel construct everything. Alright, but the judges, you know, they're getting away right now with pretending, oh, I don't know shit. I mean, what choice do you have? What choice did you have but to pretend the judge didn't know, you know, in your case, because there's no other judges. They're all fucking involved in this shit. They're equally as bad as the ones parallel constructing everything. I mean, these are previous U.S. attorneys who used it. These are previous fucking attorneys representing the government. These are the judges. These judges sign off on crap all the time, warrants and secrecy, bullshit. So, and what I mean, there's only been a few cases, man, where judges stepped out and said, "Oh, but you must show." Okay, someone finds out illegal spying went on during a case. Stingray was used or something. There's only been so many cases like that shit. Oh god, the satellites are just like stingrays, man. They're even more effective though. Stingrays aren't. They're not even the highest end shit they got.